What's up, Nessa gang? Okay, I'm sorry if it looks super dark. It's because the light is so bright, so my camera is like blacking out everything else. Maybe it looks good when I'm filming and it's uploaded. I don't know. But what's good, Nessa gang? Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and be a part of Nessa gang, because Nessa gang is lit as good. You're good. This mother freaker just hit my car with her bike. So from the title, you already know that's gonna be a mukbang. And if you've been keeping up with my story times and stuff, then you know that you guys been waiting for me to tell this story time about the time that I was on an Amber Alert. All right, I'm about to order. I don't know what to get. Hello? Hello?
Order when you're ready.
Okay, can I get a
12.96 per soda.
bet? Oh, this is so fancy. This is a fancy McDonald's. Okay, I see y'all. Okay, so this light is kind of annoying. I was trying to film because I knew it was gonna be sunny outside, but I didn't know that like my camera was gonna tweak. I've been trying to mess with my camera and it's still not working. The lighting is still booty, but whatever. Y'all just here to hear the story time and watch me eat, right? Right, okay. All right, so I got large fry. I got 4-piece nuggets with sweet and sour sauce. I got a Big Mac, and they forgot my freaking chicken sandwich. But you know what? It's cool because I probably am not gonna eat all of this anyways. Oh, and I got a McFlurry and a large water. You gotta stay hydrated, sis. So let's hop straight into the video. Oh my god, it's kind of hot. Quick promo. I had to step outside so that y'all can actually see me. But this hair was sent to me by You Pretty. I'll put their information in the description. But they sent me 3 bundles of 12-inch and I cut it into a bob. This is the first time me rocking a bob. I didn't even thin out the ends like I should have. But I definitely bleached the lace so that it would look more natural. And I think I nailed it because there would just be a motorcycle. Goodbye. Ruining my video. So I think I nailed it because a lot of people thought that I cut my real hair because I cut it on live. But yeah, so they sent me 3 bundles of 12-inch and I cut it to probably about, I want to say this is 8 inches. And then it came with a 12-inch frontal. I bleached it. It was pre-plucked, but it wasn't plucked enough, so I did go in and plucked it a little bit more. But let's get into the mukbang story time because I got a lot to say. So once upon a time, I was young. I can't tell you an age, but I want to state that I was around 15 because that's when I got my first boyfriend and that's when this all went down. So this was 7 years ago, y'all. Like I said, if you've been keeping up with my story times, then you know that my mother and I didn't have the best relationship. She thought that I was a trouble child and that I was hard-headed and I was disrespectful and I couldn't be maintained. So when I was 15, I got a boyfriend and I knew I wasn't supposed to have a boyfriend. My mom was really strict, like really freaking strict. But I do understand, like, me being a female and a little girl, like how she was trying to protect me in a lot of cases. And when you're really strict, you create sneaky kids. So I began to be sneaky, but only when I got this boyfriend because me and him ended up getting like really close. And when you're in love, you'll do anything for the other person. My mom didn't know for like a while until, I don't know, something happened and she asked me about him and I was basically caught red-handed. So I told her how we're together and I was super scared and super shy. She was pissed because I was 15 and he was 17. And you know when you're in like the teens, it's like a bit, like age is a huge deal. It's like a big deal, especially because I was held back when I was in 2nd grade. So I was going to be a junior in high school and he was going on his senior year. So he was more mature or whatever, I don't know. So my mom thought he was taking advantage of me because I was so young and stuff. But anyway, So when I met him, me and my mom's relationship was already bad, and it just went downhill from there. Because like I said, when you're in love and stuff and they ask you to do something, like, and they want to be with you and you want to be with them, like, you're gonna lie, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do to be around that person. So my mom used to tell me to come home at 6, 7, 8 or whatever before the sun goes down, and he'll just keep me around. He was already controlling from the beginning, and he'll get mad and emotional if I try to leave. Like, we will get into crazy arguments. So I was there, whatever. Not like I wanted to go home anyway, so I would get home late dealing with him, and that caused me and my mom to like be further away, because then that's when she started really saying that I was disrespectful and I wasn't obedient and stuff. So that's like the backstory. Let's fast forward to when my mom told my dad that I had a boyfriend. So my parents were split up for a while. My mom had her little boyfriend, and then my dad has his little side piece or whatever. And one day, I don't know if you guys remember from my previous stories, but I told you guys that I was always the daddy's girl. Like, I wanted my dad, I wanted to live with my dad. Like, he was the fun parent. We just had so much fun, and I told him everything, right? But boyfriends was something that I was trying to avoid. I didn't even want to tell my mom, let alone my dad. My dad's crazy, y'all. You're gonna find out when I finish the story time. So my mom got tired of me being disobedient or whatever, and my mom got smart and she switched. It was role reversal, because I used to tell my dad everything about what was going on in the house and what she was doing and what she was letting her boyfriends do and all of this, that, the third, and he would get on her about it because he don't play about me, and they would get to arguing. And then when I got this boyfriend, I was distant from my dad. I wasn't talking to him. I wasn't calling him all the time. I was kind of fed up though, because I was the one always calling him. And as I got older, I just got tired of it, because I'm like, why do you always forget about talking to me? Like, I want to talk to you type stuff. So anyways, my mom went to vent to him. She was like, she came home late. We got into it. And then my dad was like, well, of course she's gonna be out late. Like, you don't let her do nothing. Like, you got her on lockdown. She doesn't have no freedom. She's always babysitting. You got her in there cleaning up like a maid. Like, all this, that, the third. And she got mad. She snapped. She was like, no, that's not what it is. What it is that she got a little 17-year-old boyfriend that she's running around in these streets with. And my dad was like, what? Hold up. What? She got a boyfriend? And he's 17? Well, when does he turn 18? Because my dad is like a finesser. He's a scammer. Like, he knows everything about everything. And like, he don't play about me. So he was like, okay, so when does he turn 18? Because, you know, in Michigan, I guess it's illegal. Or at the time, I don't know if it's still true, but the age of consent is 18 or something. So they was trying to threaten me and say that they was gonna lock him up, put him in jail if I was still dating him by the time he turned 18. They just did the most. So my dad was like, hold up, Madeline, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you tell me? She's like, I've been trying to tell you that your daughter is hella disrespectful and all of this stuff, but I just can't take it no more. So she flipped the script and she got him to believe that I was just this horrible child, and I was with a dude who was gangbanging and everything, which I wasn't. He was like deeply into his school studies. He got straight A's. Like, he was the type of boyfriend at the time that you would prefer your daughter to be with, but they didn't care. They didn't even like get to know him. So anyways, my dad lived in Chicago. I live in Michigan at the time, and this man drove all the way to Michigan to come talk to me, because I was just trying to dismiss him, because I was like, boy, like, you're not even in my life like that anymore for you to try to play daddy. Why you getting mad now? Like, you know, like, why are you coming at me sideways? Because they wanted me to break up with him. So at this point, I'm mad, irritated. Like, I don't F with none of my family. I don't have no friends. Like, so at this point, they're pushing me more towards this dude, because they're like being even more strict than what my mom was being more strict than she already was. So it was like pissing me off, and it was so unfair, because I was getting good grades in the beginning. I was coming home on time. I was doing everything she asked But then it just wasn't fair. Like, I was babysitting all the time. Like, I ain't really had no childhood. Like, so anyways, spring break comes up, right? Because this all happened, like, we got together the summer before I started high school. So spring break starts, right? I'm excited because by this time me and my dad is like has a good relationship, or an okay relationship. We're back on track. Like, time went by, like, they're over the whole boyfriend thing. Yeah, okay, I got a boyfriend, big deal. Spring break comes by, I'm excited because I get a break from Michigan. I get to go to Chicago and be with my family out there. And my mom, she's being mad nice, hella nice, and I'm just like, you know, I'm not about to ask no questions. Like, do what you gotta do, girl. On top of her being nice, she drove me to Michigan. My mom doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't mean for it to be like that bad, but she didn't like going out her way. She didn't like driving. She's like always comes up with some type of excuse. So this car gonna really cut off my bomb lighting. So my mom like don't really do nothing. Like, she drove me all the way there. She made it all fun. Like, she put music on. And I'm like side-eyeing it, but I'm not questioning it because, girl, you do you, boo-boo, go ahead. So we pull up to my dad's house and I get my little duffel bag because, I mean, I'm only there for a little bit, so why not? Actually, my mom does it. Like, she gets up, she gets out the car and everything. Usually, like, she'll just like let me go inside or whatever if she does drop me off somewhere. But she got out and she was talking to me and she just kept giving me a hug and giving me a kiss on the forehead. And I'm like, Mom, like, first of all, like, that makes me feel weird because it's just rare for her to like hug me, like be loving like that, like give me hella kisses and stuff. So anyway, she's like, I'm gonna miss you. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna be back in a week. I don't know if it's a week or 2. Maybe it's 2 weeks. The spring break was, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna be back soon. She's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, what do you mean, no, I'm not? Quit playing. And like, my dad plays a lot, so he's like, yeah, you're staying here, you're gonna live with me. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you're living with me here. And mind you, like, at the time he lived in like the projects. It was mad ghetto, like people getting shot. Like, it just looked ghetto. Once I realized that they're for real, I'm pissed. I'm like, how are you guys going to just take me from Michigan? You don't even know what I have and what I don't have. I only packed a duffel bag. This is not fair. I didn't even get to say goodbye to any of my friends. How are we gonna do school? Like, I don't have no clothes. Y'all are being mad petty because I have a boyfriend. This is messed up. I can't believe y'all. Like, I'm usually quiet. I don't go off the mouth, but I was pissed. How you gonna just take me out my life like that? Like, when I wanted to move with my dad before, it was a problem. But now that I have a boyfriend and I feel like somebody actually cares about me, you guys want to pull me away? Okay, cool. It was not peaches and cream. The whole time that I was there, every second, I was miserable. I didn't have a phone. Actually, I did, like a little Metro phone with a swipe keyboard or whatever, but that didn't have like no internet or nothing. So then I also had an iPod that my boyfriend had gave me so that we could FaceTime when he went to college and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm mad. I have an attitude. I'm not excited to see him, nothing. So he's like getting irritated. He's like, you need to snap out of it. Like, you wasn't doing nothing in Michigan anyways. Like, he was being disrespectful. So you need to calm down and get used to your life here. You're gonna go to school here. You're gonna be with me. So snap out of it. Period. So my dad's scary, and he don't really talk to me like crazy like that. So I was just like kind of shook, but I was still like, no, like, this is still messed up. Y'all holding me against my will. Like, this is messed up. Like, it's not even safe here. So there's like nothing for me to do at all. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so I think my break was 2 weeks because after a week my dad relocated from there to down the street to like a better apartment, a nicer apartment, because where he was at, it was just looking like it just wasn't enough space, because he had a 2-bedroom and then the roommate was in the other bedroom, so I was literally sleeping in his room. And I still like don't even talk to him, just got an attitude. Whenever we go out and like we're driving somewhere, I always be on my phone and he be pissed, like, get off your phone. Or he likes talking, so he'll be talking, and if I'm not like 100% engaged and enthusiastic about his conversation, he'll be like, listen, Vanessa, like look at me in his rear view mirror and be like, hello, maybe if you put that phone away, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna break that phone. And I used to be like, oh my god, he's really doing too much. So I put my phone down. So he just kept saying stuff like that. He was just getting on my nerves. I just had an attitude the whole time. Like, I did not want to be there at all. And I was like growing a hate, because I just couldn't believe what was going on. And I was getting treated like, they was treating me like I needed to go to boot camp or something. So I moved into this house. So my dad lives upstairs. So let's say this is the apartment building, right? And this is the front of the building, the entrance. It has the upstairs and a downstairs. So my dad lived upstairs on this side, and then he had a friend, a female friend, that lived downstairs on this side. So I don't think I had service ever, so I didn't even get to explain to my boyfriend or like my sister or anybody like what was going on with me. So my dad, he can't stay and monitor me forever, right? So I met this lady, he made me meet this lady, his friend or whatever, and I was just like looking around, observing, because I'm very observant, and I peeped that she had a laptop. She's like, you want to be on it? Well, my dad was there, and I was like, oh no, I'm good, I'm okay. But bitch, I'll see you later. My dad was like, okay, well, this is gonna be the lady that keeps an eye out for you when I'm at work and stuff. You could check in with her or whatever. And she's like, she was a sweetheart. So one day when my dad went to work, I walked downstairs and I knocked on her door and I was like, hey, can I use your laptop? She's like, okay, here, of course, honey. For your iPod, here's the Wi-Fi password. So I had their Wi-Fi password so I could finally have something to communicate with people. So I get on my laptop, I get on Facebook. This is before I even had an Instagram. I still got a Facebook, by the way, so make sure you add me. But I went on Facebook and I was like messaging my boyfriend. I was like, dude, this is what happened, da 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 da, like I can't believe this. I need to come back, like I need to come back to Michigan. Like I can't stay here, like my dad is so mean. And my boyfriend was going crazy. He was like, what? We're gonna name this boyfriend James. And then I messaged my sister, my older sister Whitney. She lives in Chicago. She's 5 years older than me. I told her what was going on. She was like, what the F? Like, how are they just gonna do that to you? Like, that's mad messed up. In the area that you're in, that's how I know it was ghetto too, because she was like, the area that you're in is horrible. Like, they have metal detectors, they have police going in and out of the schools. Like, you do not want to be there. You're gonna end up in a gang or something. So I'm like, great, what do I do? Like, so I'm trying to figure it out. But after some time, I knew my dad was coming, so I just hurried up and got off, and I was like, okay, thank you. And that was it. I went back to the house. Like, my dad didn't even want me talking to anybody, so he didn't think that I even had access to call anybody. So my dad got back to the house, and then like I'm on my phone or whatever, messaging people. I think it was like a minute phone too, so I was like limited on how much I could talk on it. I think that's what it was. So I was on my phone and he's like, why are you on your phone? Why aren't you not talking to me? Hello, I'm right here. That's what human beings do. They talk, they have conversation. Why are you not talking to me? So I was like, and I put my phone down and I was just like, I just waited. I waited and waited and waited. After 2 hours went by and he wasn't talking to me, I think he even fell asleep on the couch. After 2 hours went by, I went out to the hallway. And I went all the way down the hallway so I can get signal, I can get Wi-Fi, and I was on my iPod. And I was just talking to them. I was finishing the conversations with my sister and my boyfriend. Tell me why 10 minutes later, my dad walks out of the apartment. He's walking down the hallway, pissed. He just got a straight face, like he's just fired up. He's walking down and I'm like, what? I had my phone in my hand and I had my iPod in my hand, and this man snatches my phone and he slams it on the ground and it breaks into 1,000,001 pieces, y'all. It was ruined. Like, no way that you could put it back together. He put all his force into breaking that phone. And I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, Papi, because that's what I called him. I was like, Papi, why would you do that? I wasn't even doing anything and you was asleep. How am I supposed to talk to you? He was like, nah, you don't want to listen to me? All you want to do is be on that damn phone talking to that damn boy? Then you don't need to have a phone. I'm tired of this shit. Now I see what your mom was talking about. I just started crying. I was so pissed because I have no control and my dad's crazy. So he's like, come in the house. We go into the apartment or whatever, and he's like fired up. And when he broke my phone, he snatched my iPhone. So I was like, Papi, give it back to me. What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? He's like, no, f that. You're always on your phone. You don't like to listen. You're hard-headed. So we go back in the house. He puts my iPod on the dresser, and then he's just like pacing around. He's like, you don't need no phone, blah, 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 blah. If you're not gonna talk to me, you're not talking to nobody. So then he went to go sit down on the couch, and I was in my room, and I was just sitting there. I was just crying and stuff. He ended up needing to take a cigarette break or something, or talking on the phone to somebody. So he went outside, and when he went outside, I grabbed my iPod and I ran into the bathroom and I locked the door. All of a sudden my dad comes back inside, and I'm like scared as freak, and I was just praying to God I was close enough to that lady's apartment so that I could be connected. All of a sudden, he's like, Vanessa, where's the damn iPod? I just hear him pacing back and forth. He's like banging on the door. He's like, Vanessa, open the door. I'm like, no, you broke my phone. And he's like, Vanessa, open the door. He's like getting louder and louder, and then eventually he just started banging. He's like, Vanessa, open the fucking door right now. If you don't open the door, it's gonna be bad for you. I promise you, Vanessa, I will break this damn door. So I'm like scared. I'm shook. Like, this is a movie right now. I'm like shaking, like I'm texting my sister. She's like, what the F? I was like, oh my God, bro, like he's going crazy. He's banging on the door right now, and like I'm scaring her. And I'm like, keep a hold of my boyfriend. Like, y'all to communicate so y'all know what's going on, because if I can't contact one, I'm gonna try to contact the other one. But he's crazy. He's banging on the door. He broke my phone into 1,000,000 pieces. She's concerned, and I ended up opening the bathroom door, because let me tell you why. He's like, Vanessa, I'm gonna break this effing door down. If you don't open this door, I'm gonna break this effing door down. And if I have to break this effing door down, I'm gonna break your face. I will kill you. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he just said he's gonna kill me. I gotta go. I think that was the last message that I sent my sister. So I put my iPod in my pants, not my pocket, but in my actual pants, so he couldn't snatch it or take it away from me, because if I tried to hide it, he was gonna find it, because it was a new apartment. There was no place to put it. So I unlocked the door, and he's banging on it. He banged on it so hard that the door, you know in movies when somebody's breaking through a door and like the wood kind of splits, he hit it so hard that the wood split a little bit. He just had to keep pounding it a few more times really good, and it would have like busted wide open. It would have been a hole in the door. So I got scared. I unlocked it, and then I was like, it's open. Boy, he flew into the bathroom. He slung the bathroom door open. He grabbed me. He slammed me against the wall by my neck. He slammed me against the wall, and he was like, Vanessa, why the f you not listening to me? I told you to open the damn door. Why did you grab the iPod? And he's like got me like this, like he's picking me up off the ground type shit. He's like, I will kill you. I told you I will kill you. You mad disrespectful. I don't remember everything he said, but he was like intense. He's like, where's the f***ing iPod? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, where is it? And I was like, no, you can't have it, blah blah blah. He's like, Vanessa, where's the iPod? When he finally lets go, I run to my room. I'm balled up in a corner and I'm just crying. He's like, Vanessa, give me the damn iPod. I'm not about to play games with you. And I was like, no, you're not getting an iPod. He was just pacing back and forth in my room like, Vanessa, I'm gonna get the iPod one way or another, whether you leave this apartment in a box or not. If you guys don't know what that means that I will kill you to get the iPod. So you just gonna threaten your 15-year-old daughter like that? Cool. This is a side I've never seen of him before. Well, actually I did see it, but we not couldn't get to that. After like, I want to say like 40 minutes of him like trying to get the iPod from me, like he's like checking me, but he's not like really like getting in there, like, you know. He closes my door and then he's like mumbling back and forth like some crazy stuff, talking to himself. He pops open a beer, he's just drinking. I wait hours to go by. There was a window in that room and we was on the 2nd floor. I looked out the window and I promise y'all I was ready to jump, but I've always been the type to think things through, and I was like, if I jump out this window, yes, I'll be free, but one, I'll probably break my ankle or something and have to go to the hospital and I'll be stuck here. And two, even if I don't break anything, or if I do, whichever, how in the hell am I gonna warn my sister where I am? I'm like in the hood. It's mad late. It was about, I want to say 10 p.m. and I don't know my way around here. So I was crying. I was so frustrated, but I was still debating it because I was like, this man is crazy. He just tried to choke me up. Like, he just tried to kill me. He tried to like suffocate me. So eventually, after some hours and after his beer, he fell asleep on the couch and I was so scared. That's when I finally took out my iPod and I'm like trying to get signal in the room. I'm trying to get Wi-Fi. So I couldn't get any and I was so scared to leave the room, but I had to do what I had to do. I started to crawl in the hallway. I went to his room so that I can go to his closet, but his closet didn't have no signal either. So the only way was for me to go to the bathroom, and he locked the bathroom. He locked the door because he thought that I had left my iPod in there. So yeah, I ended up going back and forth from his closet to my closet, and then finally I got a little bit of signal. Like, it just kept going in and out, like it was really weak, like my messages was like barely going through, and I was like, oh my God, thank God, like God is so good, because he gave me enough signal to warn my sister. I told her what's going on. I was like, yo, he's about to kill me, please come save me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm over here crying, all of this stuff, and like I'm telling my boyfriend this. I'm like crying, I'm shaking. She's like, what's going on? Like, call 911. I was like, I can't, he's asleep, just please come get me. Like, I want to go home, it's not safe here, I don't know what's going on. She's like, oh my God, I'm on my way, like what's the address? I didn't know the address, but I sent her my location. And then all of a sudden, my dad's phone rings. He wakes up. He's like, hello? It's my sister. She woke him up. So I'm freaking out and I'm like, oh my God. So I just like hurry up and crawl back into my room and close my door, and then I put my iPod back in my pants. All I hear is, what are you talking about? No, I didn't put my hands on her. What? Where are you getting this from? You're gonna call the police? Oh hell no. And then like click, then he's talking on the phone to someone else. He's like, yo, so what do I do? Because my daughter says that she's gonna call the police on me and this, that, that. He was calling somebody, asking them for advice on what to do. I still don't know who it is. I wish I knew. I wonder if it was my mom or not. So after like a 5-minute conversation, he hung up. He was like, all right, bet, I gotta go. So he hangs up the phone, and I'm thinking he's about to spaz on me, because how the heck would my sister know, you feel me? Because it just happened and he locked the door. So at this point, he knows that I have the iPod, and he's like, Vanessa, let's go, we're going for a ride. And I didn't know what else to say after that. I was scared for my life. I thought he was gonna take me out or something. He didn't ask for the iPod or nothing. He just like, we're going for a ride. So we get in the car and he's just driving around. I've seen movies when people get kidnapped and stuff, so I'm like trying to be familiar with like the location and everywhere he's going, like trying to remember the turns, the streets. I can't. It's hella dark. I'm thinking about running out the car and like running somewhere. So after like 20 minutes of driving around and him not saying anything, we finally pull up to where he was trying to go. I'm gonna leave that for a part 2 because this video is really long, and I know you guys hate when I do that, but let's be honest, if you guys see somebody do a mukbang or like a story time and it's like an hour long, y'all don't want to watch that because y'all thinking that they not getting to the point or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna continue part 2 and I'll do a mukbang somewhere else. Let me know where I should do the next mukbang to tell the second part of the story. This is when things get real interesting and you learn people's true colors. So stay tuned. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you love my story times, if you love this story time in particular and you want the part 2. Show me that you want the part 2. If you want a part 2, and let your girl know. I'm excited to tell that part of the story because it's juicy. So I love you, Nessa gang, and I'll see you in my next video, hopefully sooner than later. So let's get this video to 5K likes because I'm gonna tell the story ASAP. So I'm gonna do 5K. That's really low, but we could do 5K. So give this video a big thumbs up and I'll see you later. Bye.